The festive period is right around the corner, and that means it's gift giving season. If you've clicked on this video, you're probably wanting to get a gift for the PlayStation nerd in your family. That can be a child, a significant other, or maybe even yourself. You are allowed to spoil yourself. So with this, I've broken it down into different categories and different price ranges. I've provided the US dollar and the South African rands, and I've tried to link every product from both sections of the world in the description below. I've realized that quite a few of my viewers aren't from South Africa, but I want to cover all my bases, so that's what I have done. Now, starting right off with the 200 Rand or $10 price range. Here you got a little bit of stocking stuffers or something that every PlayStation gamer will appreciate, and that is a PSN gift card. Now, a PSN gift card can go from anywhere from $10 or 100 Rand all the way to 4,000 Rand or $200. You do have choices here, but I felt like putting it in this lower category just so that it would fill out a little bit more. Another thing that I really like are these PlayStation coasters. Now, these PlayStation coasters look fantastic and they are very functional, and they're the perfect thing to put in that stocking if you can't find anything for that PlayStation nerd in your family. So that is the $200 or 200 Rand and $10 range done. Moving up into the 500 Rand range and the $25 price category, we have a little bit more leeway to work with. And in this, you can actually start looking at some games, and some games are really cheap nowadays, especially some of the more classic PlayStation 4 titles like the original God of War 2018. This is the first of the Norse mythology arc line, and it is still an incredible game today. Now, it doesn't matter if your significant other or PlayStation nerd in the family has a PS4 or a PS5, this game will run on a PS5 as long as they have a disk drive attached to their PS5. Just make sure that if you are planning on buying physical hardware for your significant PlayStation nerd, that they have the physical means to play it. So in this case, the disc edition PS5. Another fantastic game is Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection. This gives you all three Uncharted games for a reasonable price, the first three original Uncharted games. And playing through this original adventure is a really fantastic time, and it gives them something to do over the festive period. In the PS5 range, we can look at Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. This has all 9 original Star Wars movies in it, and it is an incredible looking Lego game where you can go through almost all the levels or almost all the movies, and it is just spectacular to do that. And the best part about it, especially if you're a family with young kids, is that it's up to 2-player multiplayer local, so 2 people can play on the same PlayStation at the same time, which is an amazing thing. Now, another game that I really want to highlight here is Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is really affordable nowadays, and it is truly a really great game. I know after Marvel's Avengers from Square Enix, everyone was a little bit, maybe we shouldn't trust the studio anymore, but that is a mistake when it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is a phenomenal game that deserves everyone's attention, and it is so polished, so much fun, incredible story, incredible voice acting, and incredible settings that truly blow the mind when you do play it. Okay, that's the games out of the way for the $500 and $25 range. In this range, you can also get your special someone this. Now, these are icon lights. This is the perfect way to add a little bit of flair to their setup or their area where they play PlayStation. These are incredible. I've had mine for years and I love them. You've often seen them in the background of my videos. If you haven't, go check out some of my other videos. You will see that these are often either on or just displayed very nicely without their lights on, and they look great either way. In the 1,000 Rand or $50 range, we have awesome things to get into, because you can now start spending a little bit more money on not only games, but even more exciting accessories. Now, for me, some of the most exciting accessories in this range are the neon icon lights from PlayStation or Paladin. Now, these are available on Kudu and they look fantastic. These just look incredible, and I think on display they might be some of the best looking display pieces you could get for your PlayStation nerd. Another thing that is a little bit more practical than that I really recommend to all PlayStation players is the DualSense charging station. Now, the DualSense charging station allows you to keep 2 controllers charged at any time, and it even is compatible with the DualSense Edge if you do have one of those. This is really an invaluable accessory to have. It allows you to have 2 controllers charged at any time, and when you get to your setup, your controllers will be charged. If they aren't charged, that can really ruin a gaming session that you have planned. I know, coming to my setup and before I had the DualSense charging station, sometimes picking up a controller and it being dead, and that was devastating because then I had to sit really close to the TV with the cable plugged in, charging the DualSense controller. Now, that is something that I don't want happening to anyone on the other side of this video, so make sure you keep your controllers charged with the DualSense charging station. Another really cool thing that you can get are cable guys. Cable guys are controller holders. So these look fantastic. They actually can hold more than just controllers. You can hold controllers, phones, iPads, anything like that. But they do look really great. They can hold your controllers up in their hands. I don't actually have one on hand, but they do look fantastic. And for myself, especially as someone that loves PlayStation, there are 2 that I like particularly more than any of the others. The first one is Sackboy. Obviously, Sackboy is a PlayStation icon, so having him hold your controller would be obviously just perfect. I think it looks incredible. And then another one is the Icon Light cable guy, which is a little bit different. I don't think something like this is very often seen. It is very unique. You have 2 variations. You have the normal white colored or the classic PlayStation green, yellow, blue, and red, I want to say. Sorry, I don't have them right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it is that one. Now, this isn't the same console colors or the same colors as the icons on the new DualSense controller. I'll show you an overlay of that. It is the classic PlayStation colors of the symbol, which is different. Some might like it, some might hate it. I'm indecisive. I don't think it's something that I would rather display. I would rather display the plain white ones, but that is each to their own. Now we can move into the exciting stuff that every gamer will really like, and that is the games. In this category, we have a few games that you can actually play throughout the festive season, because it is about spending time with one another, and when you do have so many people in the house, having some games to play to maybe separate a few of the parties is a really fantastic thing to do. So one of the ways you could do that is busting out the karaoke set with Let's Sing 2025. Let's Sing 2025 has the mics included, and if you are a SingStar veteran like I am, this looks amazing. Definitely worth your time. Just don't sing too much Christmas songs. No one wants to hear that all Christmas long. On top of that, we have the newly released Lego Harry Potter Remastered. Now, this is a visual update for the original 7 Harry Potter movies, and we will chat about it right now. The Lego Harry Potter collection takes players on a light-hearted adventure and a magical journey through the 8 Harry Potter films. Players will solve mysteries, learn spells, and brew potions, and face off against the infamous Lord Voldemort in the ultimate battle between good and evil. This remastered compilation is developed by Double 11 and enhances both the graphics and gameplay with 60 FPS native 4K resolution. There are also haptic feedbacks for the DualSense controllers, along with both original games from years 1 to 4 and 5 to 7. All the DLC packs are available in this Lego Harry Potter collection. So if you're looking for the ultimate way to play the Lego Harry Potter games, this is it. And don't forget to bring along a friend, because all Lego games offer local co-op. Then another game that I have actually reviewed on this channel right at the beginning of the year was Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, when I originally reviewed the game, I gave it an 8 out of 10, and it was really good, but there was one problem that always bugged me, and that was the performance. The performance never quite ran at a steady 30 frames per second, or even higher than that, which I would prefer. Now, obviously, if you're just looking for a great game, this is the time to get this game, because Dragon's Dogma 2 now runs really well, and it looks fantastic. The game world is amazing. I have gotten so lost in this world, spent so many hours in it. The story is also quite enticing, but you really want to be in this world to experience all the creatures that are hunting and you are hunting. They are just breathtaking, look phenomenal. Now, moving into the 1,500 Rand range or the $75 range, you have some really cool things in here as well. We also have some more games, which are your more recent releases that are obviously the top of everyone's priority list to collect or to play. But I want to first start off with another DualSense controller. Like I said earlier with the DualSense charging station, it sucks when you come back to your setup and your controllers aren't charged. So having an extra DualSense controller really seals the deal, and it is awesome, especially if maybe you don't just play by yourself. Maybe you have someone in your house that you are playing with. So having extra controllers for your Lego games or your Let's Sing or Lego Harry Potter, it is really essential to have more than one controller, even if one is just on charge, so that you can pick up and carry on playing when you run out of battery. And these are all now going on sale because as this video is releasing is actually Black Friday, so they are now under 1,500 Rand, which they weren't before because they actually sit at 1,700 Rand as a retail price. So make sure to pick them up now. On top of that, you can also get the console covers. Maybe you're sick of the way your console looks with just the white. There are some really cool console cover colors out there. Now just make sure you're buying for the correct edition. The Slim editions don't have the same console covers as the original Fat Boy models, so just make sure you're purchasing the correct console covers for their correct console. Now, the best colors, in my opinion, are the sterling silver and the midnight black. These two look incredible, and it gives your console a more sleek look that doesn't stand out as much as the original white covers. Now, moving on to the games. And first of all, I want to start off with Horizon or Lego Horizon Adventures. This is amazing. I love Lego Horizon Adventures. It is a bit on the shorter side, but that is perfect for the Christmas period because you don't want to be sitting the entire time playing games. But when you do actually want to do it with someone else. So Lego Horizon Adventures allows you to not only play by yourself, but to play a local co-op or even co-op online. So there are many ways to play this game, and the world looks fantastic. One of the best looking Lego games because it is entirely brick built. Most of the other Lego games do not have entire brick built worlds. That is incredibly difficult to say that 5 times fast. But this one does, and it looks amazing. Now, this should be on the top of everyone's list. This is my game of the year, the game that I think has really shone this year, where originally we didn't have enough PlayStation Studios IP coming out this year. This is the one that changed everything, and it is such a celebration of everything PlayStation, and that is Astrobot. This might be my favorite game of all time on the PlayStation 5. It is such a fantastic game that celebrates everything PlayStation has done over the last 30 years, and with it being the 30th anniversary of PlayStation, it came out at the perfect time. Now, in the 2,000 Rand range or the $100 range, you can start playing around with a lot more things now. But one thing that I would really recommend, especially if you're still in South Africa and you have a really big PlayStation nerd in your family, is get the 30th anniversary DualSense controller. This is still available here in South Africa, but it won't be for very long. I know that these are going to sell out incredibly soon. So if you do have the funds available and you do want to spoil this PlayStation nerd in your life that little bit extra, this is the way to go. These are phenomenal, incredible. I need more words. It's just an amazing controller. It looks spectacular. There we go. One more word. Anyways, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and that you will consider liking, subscribing, and staying tuned for more. And if you did enjoy it, make sure that you list your recommendations down below. Cheers.